she made me weary. Young girls, they do get weary, wearing the same old foggy, smelly, foggy room. Good morning. I'm George Delara. Welcome to Crazy and Impossible. Thought I'd start today's message with a little bit of Joe Cocker. And we're in that foggy room right now. And I'm here to say that crazy and impossible is what we need. Crazy and impossible is to watch an individual on national television say that he does not know what the job description is in the oath he took for the job that he's allegedly doing for the American people. Which he's not, he's just doing it for himself. And that's where we get to this message. Abraham Lincoln said, "We the people are the rightful masters of both the courts and the Congress, not to overthrow the Constitution, but to overthrow the men who would pervert our Constitution." And that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing a perversion. And he admitted that he does not know what his job is. He doesn't know that he swore an oath to protect that Constitution that they are trying to destroy, that they are working on dismantling. He does not know. In fact, he said he put it in the hands of lawyers. Lawyers, aka liars, whose sole purpose in life is to twist and pervert and contort laws to fit their purpose, to fit their need. Not to defend the law, but to pervert it for their purpose. That's what he said. That's what they're doing. He does not know that his job is to protect the Constitution. He thinks his job is to put it in the hands of the worst among us, the lawyers, professional liars, whose sole purpose is to pervert, distort, and destroy laws for their benefit, for their client, for the benefit of themselves and their client. So that's who's running the country right now, ladies and gentlemen. Not a president of conviction and morality and strength, but a pathetic, cowardly wiener who is allowing the worst to decide what is right for you, the American people. Listen, the only purpose for government to exist is to make the lives better of its people. Not to be their daddy, not to decide what church you go to, not to decide who you love, but to make those lives better. That's it. There's no other purpose for government. Government should be like children were spoken of back in the day. Heard when spoken to. Respond when we speak to you. Reply when we ask you to. That's how government needs to act. For our benefits. And we, the people, are the rightful masters. So again, I haven't heard from you yet. Legal beagers, the community. What is the mechanism for we, the people, to take control of the courts and the Congress? Because they are not doing the job we elected them to do. We didn't elect them to lick the ass of a king. We didn't elect them to sit and rubber stamp whatever the moron class is saying. We are witnessing the fact that wealth and intelligence are not synonyms. They do not go together. They are not parts of the same coin. Much less and people who fall ass backwards into their wealth. They're no smarter than you. They're no smarter than me. In fact, they're no smarter than that Dalmatian you have in the yard. My 8-year-old grandson is smarter than a lot of these MAGAs running the country right now. Because simple common sense that a child has that these people obviously do not. They're not even qualified to secure a group chat, using public chats and apps to send national security information. They're not qualified to protect a purse at a restaurant with national security secrets and ID cards in that purse, along with, $3,000 in bribe money, because who else will be carrying $3,000 in cash? Unless you're trying to launder it. We, the people. Crazy and Impossible on YouTube. Watch my videos. Let's empower ourselves. We, the people, are the rightful masters of both the courts and the Congress. We need the mechanism to make that happen. Do we need to stop that military parade in a Tiananmen Square type where we have 1 million Americans walking opposite of that parade route? Is that what we need to do? Is that what the cojones that's missing in Congress and the courts? Is that how we have to show our cojones? Because obviously they don't have any. Or are we just going to roll over and allow dictatorship to take over our freedom? To remove what the founding fathers envisioned as the beacon of freedom and democracy. They were smart men, very deliberate. If they wanted a Christian nation, I have no doubt they would have put it into their documentation. It doesn't say 4,543 words in the Constitution. Not one of them are God, Christianity, Christian, Jesus. Not one. And that beautiful Constitution that they want to destroy has 3 very powerful little words that they want you to not understand why they wrote them bigger than everything else. And those 3 little words are we the people. We the people. Doesn't say we the billionaires. Doesn't say we the Christians. Doesn't say we the white people. Even though when they wrote those big 3 letters, they weren't thinking of people like me. Probably weren't thinking of people like you. But in their brilliance, in their vast brilliance, the way they wrote it does. It includes all of us. It says we the people, because they knew that the strength and power of their new nation was in the beauty and strength of its diversity and the power of that diversity endowed by we the people. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to protect the Constitution. Well, I'll tell you what, when I'm president, I assure you that I know that my job description is to protect the Constitution. Not to put lawyers in a position to pervert it, as Abraham Lincoln warned. We don't need a new Constitution. We need our Constitution enforced. We need our Constitution lived up to. And the only way that it's going to happen is when we, the people, take charge. When we, the people, let them know that we are the only boss in this country. Not the billionaires, not the techs, not the white people. All of us. We, the people. And that's what they fear most. Our beautiful, remarkable American diversity. That's why we need to get the idiots out of office and elect talented individuals. Like I started this message with. Talent. What we need. We need someone who knows, who has lived the struggle of American life, who has had to make that choice of paying for food or paying for rent, paying for car insurance or paying for health insurance, of buying your kids clothes or going to the thrift shop and seeing what you can find for them. That's something that the billionaires will never experience. Only we the people experience that. And that's why we need a president like you, someone like me, someone who is the American people, someone whose blood carries the DNA of every American like mine does. That proves that I'm white, black, Hispanic, Native, Mediterranean, Caribbean, European, Middle Eastern. I even have Jewish and Irish in my blood. I am the American people. And that's what we need. Someone who is the American people. Not one of these disconnected, detached billionaires who think the price of eggs and gas have gone down when they really have gone up. We need a leader who knows the job description. Not someone who's going to unleash the worst to defraud and destroy the greatest democracy the world has ever known in order to usher in a Castro, Putin-style autocratic dictatorship. At some point, even Marquito Rubio, who was third in line, was just mentioned as a possible successor. Someone who in Cuba would have been the dictator by now. Because he carries that DNA. That white Cuban eliteness that thinks they're better than the rest. And that's why they vote Republican. Because the original Cuban exiles voted Republican out of a misguided, delusional, but, heartfelt, their heart was in the right place. They had this delusional idea that Kennedy was going to back up their pathetic Bay of Pigs invasion that lasted all of 20 minutes. Delusional, misguided as it was, they were staunch anti-Russia, anti-dictatorships. Unlike today's Cubans, who vote Republican out of very different reasons. Indoctrinated from birth through billboards throughout the island and propaganda that states, celebrando más de 60 años de la Revolución Democrática Cubana. translates to celebrating over 60 years of Cuba's democratic revolution in a place where zero democracy exists, and textbook indoctrination designed to strike fear and confuse at the mere mention of the word democracy, and so that they can be deployed globally to destroy freedom and democracy wherever they go. They send them to Venezuela, they destroyed Venezuela. They went to Nicaragua, acabaron con Nicaragua. And now they're in Miami, where they still refer to Castro as El Caballo, the stallion, and explains why they suck the ass of dictators everywhere they go. Enough! This is America. This is where we, the people, are the rightful masters. So let's start to act it. Let's start to live that way. Let's stop cowering. I went to an art festival this weekend and I said we were the only Latino family out there because we're scared. Well, don't be, because we built this shit. We were here before any white people were here. And we built this shit. We feed everybody. We put roofs over everybody's houses. We keep everything working. So let's act like we belong. We, the people, includes all of us. Because this is a country, a nation of immigrants, built by immigrants. Because unless you have native blood, you came afterwards. So, let's start acting like it. We the people, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy and impossible. Listen to my words. Share my messages. Get this word out there. We need a president to come out of we the people. No more billionaires. No more career politicians. No more lawyers. Someone out of we the people. A single mom who raised 4 kids on her own. A grandmother who stepped in to raise her family when she needed to. A grandfather who sacrifices daily for his kids. A father who works 3 jobs, not just to feed his kids, but to educate them. That's the kind of leadership we need. Not entitled ass lickers who owe everything to foreign nations and put foreign nations above the American people. Enough. I know, especially in the white community, you guys have been weaponized through ignorance and decades of attacks on education throughout red states. All designed by elegant design, because it was done alongside the white Christian churches preaching ignorance and hatred as Christian godliness. All designed to create a population that can be easily maneuvered, manipulated, and angered, weaponized to do their bidding and to destroy American freedom and democracy. You've been weaponized. So wake up. That's why they hate the idea of woke, because they want people asleep. They want you to believe the nonsense and the mumbo jumbo they're throwing at you consistently. Wake up, people. We the people. Crazy and Impossible channel on YouTube. Share it, live it, experience it. Send it out to the world. Send it out to the universe. Doesn't have to be me, but we need someone to come out of we the people. And it's time to rise. It's time for the real patriots to rise and show who you are. Let the world know that we're not okay with dictatorship. We're not okay with the autocrats. And we are not okay with losing our country to cowards, traitors, and racist moron liars. We the people, ladies and gentlemen, there's power. That's where the power is. And that is what they fear. Our beautiful American diversity. White, black, Latino, Native, Mediterranean, European, you name it. We are all here and we built this country. And it is our country just as much as anybody else's. Let's make it happen. We the people. God bless you. God bless America. God bless the United States of America. And let's get those legal people, the Brennan Center, the SPCU, the ACLU, whatever your acronyms are. We need that mechanism. We need that mechanism to take control of the courts and take control of the Congress so they work for us. They work for us. Not for the billionaires, not for the dictators, not for the president. They work for we the people. Let's let them know. Call them. Fill up their voicemails. Let them know that we're on to them. They work for us. We are their boss. Treat them like we are their boss. They do not work for themselves. They work for us. We the people, ladies and gentlemen. We the people. Those words of Abraham Lincoln. We the people are the rightful masters of the courts and the Congress. Not to overthrow the Constitution, but to overthrow the men who would pervert the Constitution. And we're living that, folks. We're seeing lawyers perverting those words, not for the better of the country, not for the better of you and me. God bless you.